Alright, Shalom Yasharala. We're back with another video. Before we get started, we're gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakahak Radash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. And the title of this one is called Iran Launches Ballistic Missiles Towards Israel. Alright. And my list, I mentioned it in my last video that using privacy, but I was want to go into it more, so I got this article pulled up. It says from USA Today. It says Iran fires 200 missiles at Israel in major attack. It says Washington, right? Iran fired waves of missiles at Israel on Tuesday in what it called a revenge attack for Israel's killing of several Hezbollah leaders, including its top leader, Hassan Nasrallah. There was no immediate reports Israeli casualties from the barrage, which targeted Tel Aviv and other central parts of Israel. A man was reported killed in Jericho in the West Bank. Iran fired about 200 missiles, a Pentagon spokesman said. Based on what we know at this point, this attack appears to have been defeated and ineffective, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said at the White House. The majority of the missiles were intercepted by Israeli air defenses, the Pentagon said. Now think about that. If these are the people, why is there still war in the land? It's supposed to be peace. It says when the Israelites return to the land, it'll be peace. It'll be nobody will learn war anymore. See, and another thing is why they getting money sent to them? Why they getting help? All right, let's get this real quick. Excuse me. It's Jeremiah 15:5. It says, "For who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem?" Which we know Jerusalem is the people before it's a place. "Or who shall bemoan thee, or who shall go aside to ask how thou doest?" See? Let's get another translation. CSB, "Who will have pity on you, Jerusalem? Who will show sympathy towards you?" See? Nobody gonna show sympathy toward the Israelites. But they're calling themselves the true Jew. Who will turn aside to ask about your well-being? All right. ESV, who will have pity on you, O Jerusalem? Or who will grieve for you? Who will turn aside to ask about your welfare? See? Because the true people of the Lord are under the curses. See? And that's the so-called Black, Latino, Native American. All right, we are the true people of the Lord. We're under the curses, all right, of Deuteronomy 28. All right, we're not getting help from the government. All right, we don't have a military to defend ourselves. See? So going back, I'll read it again. It says, the majority of the missiles were intercepted by Israeli air defenses, the Pentagon said. 2 U.S. Navy destroyers that fired about a dozen interceptors. Israel and the U.S. promised to respond. See? We will choose when to collect the price and prove our precise and surprising attack capabilities in accordance with the guidance of the political leadership, Israeli Major General Herzi Halevi said in a statement. The attack comes as the Middle East appears to be teetering on the brink of a multi-state war, and followed an Israeli ground operation into Lebanon on Tuesday, where Iran-backed Hezbollah is based. We have made clear that there will be severe consequences for this attack, and we'll work with Israel to make that case. And we will work with Israel to make that the case, Sullivan said. The missile barrage was the latest escalation in a week-long skirmish between Hezbollah and Israel, and comes days before the 1-year anniversary of Hamas' October 7 attacks on southern Israel. Hamas is an ally of Hezbollah and is also supported by Iran. The attack also comes just as the it says, you know, High Holy Day, Rosh Hashanah, begins at sunset on Wednesday. The assault caused sirens to sound across Israel. Millions enter bomb shelters as Israel's defense forces work to intercept the missiles. The White House said President Joe Biden had directed the U.S. military to aid Israel in defending attacks against the attacks, and I believe also that they sent some troops over there. Let me see. Israel vows powerful airstrikes throughout Middle East at the Iran missile attack. See, um, 8 killed in mass shooting terror attack in Jaffa. Israel with many more wounded. So like I'm just reading. I'm trying to find that article. I think this is no, that's not it. Let me see. Is it this? No. It was an article where Joe Biden was going to send troops to. Let me see. Man, excuse me. Let me see something. I think this is it. Yeah, this might be it. U.S. sends. Man, go away. AP News: The U.S. is sending a few thousand more troops to the Middle East to boost security. Uh, the U.S. is sending a few thousand troops to the Middle East to bolster security and to defend Israel if necessary, the Pentagon said Monday. The announcement follows word that Israel has already launched limited raids across the border into Lebanon. The additional forces will raise the total number of troops in the region to many as 43,000. The increased presence will involve multiple fighter jet and attack aircraft squadrons. Pentagon spokeswoman Sabrina Singh told reporters U.S. officials said the total includes small numbers of other troops to augment the presence as well. All right, but just really want to get to the point. All right, U.S. sends more troops, warplanes, to Middle East to bulwark against Iran. Let me see the news. All right, you see it. Slovakia. Long day. So let's go back. And you can read the rest of this on your own, so it's pretty long. I'm not gonna get to all of it, but you know, Iran has retaliated. Finally, you know, it says the White House said President Joe Biden had directed the U.S. military to aid Israel in defending against the attacks. Make no mistake, the United States is fully supportive of Israel, Biden said after gathering with his national security team earlier in the day to monitor the airstrikes. All right, but this is all we all know. This is going to lead to what? World War III. All right, first let's get Matthew. Okay, this is a part of prophecy. Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. All right, we're in the beginning stages of, the troublous times to come. All right, we gonna hear wars and rumors of wars. You still got the war, the Ukraine and Russia. All right, you got things happening in the so-called Middle East region. Excuse me, Slovakia. Keep yawning. All right, things happening in the Middle East region. All right, you got hearing of China and Taiwan, conflict, and there's going to be more. All right, We're going to hear these different wars. You know, they're going to start small, but eventually they're going to grow and continue to grow. Just get Joel 3 and 9. Of course, we always bring this one out. Joel 3 and 9. Let me see what the NLT says. Joel 3 and 9 NLT. Say to the nations far and wide, get ready for war. Call out your best warriors. Let all your fighting men advance for the attack. Hammer your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Train even your weaklings to be warriors. And then KJV says, beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. All right. And now the weak nations, the weaker who used to be weak, they have their own military force. They have nuclear weapons. All right. NLT verse 11. Come quickly, all you nations everywhere. Gather together in the valley. And now, O Lord, call out your warriors. Let the nations be called to arms. Let them march to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is in the Hebrew Yahweh Shaphat, which is Yahweh's judgment. There the Lord will sit to pronounce judgment on them all. Swing the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, tread the grapes, for the winepress is full. The storage vats are overflowing with the wickedness of these people. Thousands upon thousands are waiting in the valley of decision. There, the day of the Lord will soon arrive. Boom. See? And it's going to come upon it. The day of war is coming. The drums of war. Right? We can go to Revelation 16 and 15. It says, behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. All right, which is his truth. And he gathered them together in a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon, which is Harmageddon. All right. Let's see if it gives you Joel 3:19, Joel 3:19, Joel 3 and 9. All right. So yeah. So this is all gonna lead to World War III. Let's get 2nd Esdras 15. These Arab nations they're waking up, right? 2nd Esdras 15 and 28. Behold, a horrible vision, and the parents thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all that which hear them may fear and tremble. All right, and their chariots are what? These different weapons they have: tanks, all right, bulletproof cars, vehicles, all right, their guns, their rockets, whatever they have, their armory. Which is the Arabia, the Ishmaelites. Also, the Carmenians are the Iranians. Raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians, which has representation of America. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature, and that they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them. Then these shall be trouble bled, and keep silence through their power, and shall flee. Which let's get Genesis. All right. I think that's I want to say 17. No. Wow, man. Just 16 and 11. And the angel of the Lord Yahweh, all right, and the angel of the Lord, whose name is Yahweh, said unto her, behold, thou art with child, and shall bear a son, and shall call his name Ishmael, because the Lord Yahweh have heard thy affliction, and he will be a wild man. All right, what is a wild man? Doesn't really give you wild ass. All right, in the secondary sense of a running wild. All right, see what it gives us. Doesn't really give you much. It says right here, a wild ass of a man Ishmael as a free nomad. But he'll be a wild man. Let's see what it says in NLT. It says, this son of yours will be a wild man as untamed as a wild donkey. He will raise his fist against everyone, and everyone will be against him. Yes, he will live in open hostility against all his relatives. All right, so he will be a wild man. That's how these nations are acting. Well, these Arab nations are gonna act like wild men. All right, we read that. Let's get Isaiah. Yeah, we can read Isaiah. Isaiah 34:1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. Let me see something real fast. All right. It says, for the indignation of the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved. All right, and the heaven shall be rolled together as a scroll, which is what a mushroom cloud. And all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. That sword is what? The nuclear missiles. All right. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord have a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea, which is America. All right, because the capital city of Edom was Basra, in ancient where they used to live. But if let's go back to second address real quick. It was something I saw that I want to get. Yeah, let's read second address 15 and 40. The great and mighty cloud shall be puffed up full of wrath, and the star that they may make all the earth afraid, and them that dwell therein, and they shall pour out over every high and eminent place an horrible star, fire and hail, and flying swords, and many waters, that all fields may be full, and all rivers with the abundance of great waters. What are flying swords? All right, those are missiles. All right. So this is prophesied. This guy's Isaiah 9 and 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. This war right here, this next one is gonna be with burning and fuel of fire. Okay. World War III. This is what's gonna take place. Let's read Ezekiel 38. All right, prophecy about Gog, future invasion of Israel. All right, we know Gog is what? Russia. All right. Verse 1, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy fence against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. All right, we know that this is talking about Russia. All right. And we know that they're known as the bear. And prophecy, and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. The Lord is against, all right, the Russians, because they're Edomites, right? But he's going to use them for his will. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Verse 5 is, It says Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them. All of them with shield and helmet. We know Persia is Iran. All right. Verse 6, Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared for thou, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be a guard unto them, a guard. All right. So just the guard is, it says, guard is Mashah, Mashamar. It says place of confinement, prison guard, uh, jail, watch, observance. See, and if you mess with one of those nations, they'll step in and help them. See that it says guard post, act of guarding, observances, diligence, guard, office, prison, ward, watch. All right, so they're a guard over them. Uh, Shamar. It says a guard, keep, observe, give heed, a watchman. All right. So Russia is a guard unto these nations. All right. If, like I said, if you mess with one, they'll step in and help them out. All right. So I believe that's all I have for right now. All right. But this is a prophecy. Prophecy is moving, man. The Lord is moving, and He's doing these things. All right. So, Lord willing, this was edifying to you brothers and you sisters out there. All right. Hey, we're in those times, man, where everything is moving. A lot is happening. All right, continue to pray, continue to endure, keep the faith. We almost out of here. Lord willing, we're of the hopeful elect. So we're gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wachaha Kwadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Lord's will you edify. Tonight's what I'm gonna say. Shalom.